A single glance can change everything. That evening, no one in the small family diner expected a quiet exchange between strangers to turn into a moment that would stay with them forever. But when a tired woman tried to slip out unnoticed, and a single father caught his daughter staring at a plate that wasn't hers, the entire room paused, because what happened next revealed more about kindness than any words could. She had entered the diner with the kind of cautious step someone uses when they're hoping not to be noticed. Her clothes were clean but worn, her shoulders tense, and her eyes drifting quickly over the menu as if praying the numbers would somehow shrink. She sipped only water, waiting for courage that never fully arrived. Finally, she rose quietly, ready to leave before embarrassment could settle in. But the father across the room noticed his daughter staring, not at the woman, but at the untouched plate the father had ordered for himself. A plate she thought was too big when someone else had nothing. The father gently asked his daughter what she was thinking. She whispered that maybe the woman was hungry. Children never hide their truths, the pure kind that adults often overlook. The father turned, watching the woman push the door with the softest movement, almost hoping it wouldn't creak. Something inside him shifted. He stood, caught between hesitation and instinct, then walked toward her with a steady voice that carried warmth instead of judgment. She froze when he called out, unsure whether to turn or apologize. His tone wasn't sharp, it was careful, almost understanding. He offered the plate gently, saying he had ordered too much and didn't want food to go to waste. She blinked, unsure if she should accept, convinced kindness often came with hidden costs. The daughter stepped beside her father, smiling with an innocence that disarmed every doubt. Suddenly, accepting felt less like burden and more like permission to breathe. Her voice cracked as she thanked them. Didn't explain her situation, she didn't need to. Father didn't ask for details, respecting the quiet dignity she tried so hard to protect. He simply invited her to sit with them if she wanted company. Hesitated, then nodded softly, as if surrendering to a moment she hadn't experienced in a long time, being treated like she mattered. The daughter slid closer, offering napkins, water, and tiny gestures of warmth only children know how to give naturally. As they ate together, the tension in her shoulders slowly melted. She shared light pieces of her life, how she was between jobs, how she was trying to stay hopeful, and how some days were harder than others. She didn't ask for sympathy, she only spoke with honesty. Father listened without interruption, and the daughter chimed in with simple compassion. In that small booth, the world felt a little softer, the silence kinder. When the meal ended, she tried to offer payment she really didn't have. The father refused gently, saying gratitude was enough and that everyone needs help at some point. She wiped her eyes quickly, hiding emotions she didn't want to spill. She promised she would pay this kindness forward one day. The daughter hugged her lightly, surprising her with a sweetness that made her swallow back tears. She stood to leave again, but this time her steps were steady, not hidden. The father watched her walk out with a quiet respect. Something in him felt full, not from food, but from witnessing the difference a moment of humanity could make. His daughter leaned on him, proud of what they had done without even knowing the weight it carried. He told her that kindness isn't measured by size, but by sincerity. Weeks later, the woman returned, this time with confidence in her stride. She had found work, stability, and a sense of direction again. She walked straight to their table, carrying a small envelope with a thank you note inside. Not money, not gifts, just heartfelt words and a reminder that compassion never disappears. The father accepted it with a warm smile, proud not of himself, but of the young girl who inspired the entire moment. And as they talked, it became clear that one shared meal had created a quiet bond among strangers, proof that the smallest gestures often echo the longest.